Thank you. We'll move on to consent.
Consent calendar. All items are considered routine or implement an earlier council action and may be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion unless requested.
Any items to be pulled or any speaker cards in regards to consent, Vicki? Deputy Clerk?
Through the chair, I just want to comment on one item before our approval.
Okay. And then is there anything that wants to be pulled?
Items.
Yes, for a separate vote. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Which item?
Oh, that would be item E.
Okay. Fine. I'd like to pull item F and G.
For separate votes.
Separate votes.
Not together, but individually.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
Michael, anything?
I don't want to pull anything, but I was going to ask
Comment.
if does Lauren want to make her comments before we approve the remainder, or?
Yes, I'm going to go there.
Okay.
See if anything else being
Okay,
pulled.
nothing else pulled.
Sure.
Do you want to pull anything?
Since there's, yes, I'd like to pull G, not pull them, but make comments on G and H.
Okay. Okay, so right now we have 2 items for comments only, but can be taken in one action under consent. So first of all, we'll go to E, which is adopt the resolution approving the fiscal year 1920 City Council priority focus areas and related strategic initiatives. Laura.
So I just wanted to comment, you can't say something enough. I feel like when we communicate to whether it's staff or the public, I think it's important that some items are that important get discussed more than once. So I just wanted to pull this, or not pull this item, but discuss this item before approving it, to say that how proud I am of the work that staff has done. I'm putting together the proposed city council priorities, focus areas, and related strategic initiatives. This is a 94-page document that breaks down into every area of city staff, whether it's the transit corridor, whether it's the cable, the community strains, protect and improve the community, proactive planning for the future. It is documented what we are doing in our goals. And it is 94 pages of which it doesn't provide more than 1 or 2 items per page, which means that staff's got a lot on their plate. And this reminds council what our focus is on an annual basis, what our goals are, and whether at the end of the year we can feel successful in terms of the team effort that everybody's putting towards. And this document is something I review on a regular basis, I share, I think about, I keep, because it is that important that we as a council and staff stay focused on what our goals are. We can't, and I know we have issues and we're going to always have issues that come up, but these are the things that we can make our priority, get them done, cross them on the list, and move forward so that next year we have new priorities and things. I don't want to talk about the same thing year after year, or hear somebody from the audience say, we've been talking about this problem year after year, and we keep talking about it and we don't do anything. But I feel with a document like this, with the focus that staff has, it will get there. So again, thank you, and this is an important piece to us.
Anybody else want to comment on that item?
Through the chair?
Yes, Marty, please.
So I want to echo those comments. We had this study session, and there was just a handful, 3 members from the public at the meeting. So what I'm concerned about is how do we attempt even harder to make the public feel welcome, that we want your input, because that document is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to budget, and I believe with our new city manager, we have a course and of these meetings that we're going to be having as we approach this budget. And I think it's the most, in my years here in San Bruno, it's the most engaging effort to get the public's input. And I'm going to ask staff to hopefully ramp up the public information to try to get the public to attend these meetings. So it's an incredible amount of work. So it takes a lot of time, and it's easy later on to hear or for people to complain about, well, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And complaining on social media is, you're right, but coming to a council meeting and attending these study sessions is the appropriate way. So those are my comments.
Okay. If nothing else on E, then we'll move to H. Adopt resolution accepting the spy gas pump station and force main rehabilitation project as complete, authorizing the filing of the notice of completion with San Mateo County Recorder Office, and authorizing release on the construction contract retention in the amount of $127,852. Irene.
Wow, that was great. I just wanted to pull actually G and H, mostly because they are very large public works projects that we did, and both of them came in under budget. So I just wanted to acknowledge that for staff, that they did a great job doing all the things that make that happen and making sure that the projects came to fruition the way they were supposed to. So that was what my comment was.
Anything else on H?
Through the chair?
Yes, Marty.
Was that G?
H. That was H.
Okay,
Well, but just H for now.
correct.
Anything else on H? Okay. So is there action to approve on consent all items with the exception of F and G?
Through the chair?
Yes.
I apologize. I could throw in a comment so we don't have to pull item G separately,
Okay,
since it's
sure.
already been pulled.
No. Okay, so I'll go to item G, if that's all right
Right.
with council.
So,
Resolution accepting the San Mateo Avenue Water and Sewer Replacement Project as complete, authorizing the filing of the notice of completion with the San Mateo County Recorder's Office, and authorizing release of the construction contract retention in the amount of $240,654. Marty.
thank you, Mayor. So I originally pulled this project a few months ago. I was concerned about the quality of the work for different elements on that project. Consequently, I met with the city manager, Grogan, and Public Works Director, Jimmy Tan. And it's my understanding the contractor has returned and repaired the areas of concern. It's a little hard for me as a former public works inspector to just easily accept something that doesn't appear to be at the standard that it should be, that the standard that I held contractors to. But in our downtown, it's also understandable that the work that we need to do there is extensive, and provided that currently the work is done for the safety of the residents, I believe that as we move forward, that we have to identify the funding to really provide the downtown that everybody wants. So once again, it comes back to costs. Those costs keep on going up. The longer we wait for something to be fixed, the more expensive it's going to be. So I wanted to thank staff for following through and getting those corrections made. Thank you.
Okay, so a motion on all approval of consent with the exception of F. Any action?
Motion to approve.
Motion made and second to approve all items under consent except F. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. Recording that as a 5-0 voice vote. Now we'll move to F, resolution adopting a list of projects fiscal year 1920 funded by SB 1, the Road and Repair Accountability Act of 2017. Marty.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. So I pulled this item because I was questioned as I was walking in about, well, is this for just the one street that we're going to pave this year? And clearly it isn't, but I was hoping that at this opportunity we could talk about the cost for that one street and the plan for the remaining streets that are going to be in our paving project for this year.
Sure. I'll have our Public Works Director, Jimmy Tan, come up and address that.
Director Tan.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council. There's currently a $4 million worth of paving going on right now in the city for the 2018 street rehab project. Next year, there'll be a slurry seal project. I don't know what the overall cost is at this moment, but that's being designed right now by staff. This item in front of you today is in regards to the Senate Bill 1, which is SB 1. And every year we come to City Council to adopt this resolution because it's a requirement by the California Transportation Commission. And this resolution needs to be adopted for the use of this funding. So currently for fiscal year 1920, we're anticipated to receive about $760,000 in SB1. And with the discussions that we had with a subcommittee, council subcommittee back in 2017, the funding was to be used for some of these failed street locations. So with that, we had a matrix and a prioritization breakdown, a point system that we derived. Based on that, the current street that we're planning to reconstruct is it's shown in the staff report, which is Poplar Avenue between Crystal Springs and Allen Elementary School. So the total reconstruction cost, based on our estimate, is about close to about $700-something thousand. So therefore, there's only one street indicated in the staff report.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anything else on item F? Any action by council?
Move to approve?
Second.
Motion and second to approve item F. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Okay, 5-0 by voice.